Now we step into formal learning. I will be reading off the speaker notes just because of how CEUs are oriented, as I'm sure many of you who have listened to them are aware. Have to follow a specific guideline. So, but today, they've kind of reworked our CEU offering. I know initially we were looking at fabrication techniques. We're going to kind of stay on the same tangent, but talk about more of specifying quartz, why you should do it, benefits, things like that. So we are going to learn the art of specifying quartz today. Does anybody here need noted and documented for CEUs or accreditations, anything like that? Okay, cool. If not, or if so, we send all of this stuff in. I just need your information and our team will send it in. So quick little activity just to keep the blood going. Who can call out some different areas that you see quartz in this photo? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or what they watch the game.
Yep. In the back. Yep. It is. Behind the TV. Yep. No, not quite. No. Yeah. So the drink rails in the back. You can't really see it, but the coffee table, cocktail table, the foot rail. So just several different ways outside of your standard horizontal countertop surface that you can use quartz products in. So just a brief course description. Today, we want to walk away with an understanding of the way in which quartz surface is created, its inherent benefits, and some inspiration for where and how it can be used creatively and effectively. Our 4 learning objectives include learning how to explain the quartz surface creation process, to identify unique properties of quartz that contribute to its high performance and durability, to understand what needs to consider and evaluate when specifying quartz, and then finally, to examine real projects that showcase the benefits of quartz in tangible ways to end users. Yeah. So how quartz is made. In the process of becoming a quartz surface, there's no better place to start than how quartz is obtained. So we're going to take a look at how it gets from the ground to the end user space. So mining is our first step. Quartz is mined in particles rather than full slabs, which minimize environmental impact. Quartz is also one of the most common minerals on Earth, which also supports a reduced environmental impact. It is important to know that there are various grades of quality of raw quartz mineral that is mined and that will impact the end product. For production, after the quartz is mined, it is transported to the production facility. Here, the raw material is sorted by size and color in preparation for production. A high-end quartz surface is made from 3 simple ingredients: quartz, pigment, and a polyester binder. Look for a manufacturer that can provide you with an HPD or a health product declaration to be sure you know what's going into the product you are specifying. Once the now solid slab of quartz is cooled, it goes through a series of sanding, polishing, and cutting. The next step in the quartz slab's journey is to be inspected to ensure it is of the specified thickness, size, and surface composition. Slabs will be evaluated for any defects, and certain slabs are designated for more rigorous testing for strength and abrasion resistance to ensure consistent quality is coming out of the production and fabrication. Watch a short video here.
During this brief video, we'll show you material harvesting, how it's meant to be turned into the beautiful processing facility, raw materials make up the first stage in the process of fabrication. Many people think quartz products are made of material. In reality, most quartz products are actually made up of three ingredients. Let's take a look at the creation process, like making this. Quartz, the main ingredient in slab, consists of two different sizes. It's sand and magnesite quartz. Find particular quartz product is the small size of quartz, and fire like infill. When handled with materials that contain silica like quartz, these must ensure that their employees understand fire and emotional safety and health requirements. They must also have access to all necessary personal protective equipment as needed for the job. Please visit Bush's website for information on safety and requirements for these materials. How is what is used in the formulation process stored in silos. These formulations are used to fill 1,024 spots and achieve approximately 100% materials are material is the distributed material affects the body, which gives us out its size, thickness, and shape. A film bone travels at a distributor, top of the bone is pressed over the material into the press. Additionally, the takes place in this process between settings to ensure the bone is filled in. Distributor travels into the press, which moves into the insurance inspection station. Product quality technician thoroughly inspects each site for size, maintenance, and certain specifications. Some slides were sent to the stringent testing to ensure the product meets the finished requirements. This test supervised work for components stopped at the same time. Results indicate work surfacing is 2 times stronger. Resistance of razor test. Chemical characteristic of the material surface. Resistance to wear. Quartz surfacing is 35% higher as resistant than green. And the moisture absorbs and test is important. Most parties indicate effect mechanical strength. Resistance to razor and stain resistance. Quartz has narrow absorption. And it's not porous. That's the razor's manual. So, slabs. Consistent with slabs. For material reception. And by slabs. Step. Displays. Self. Type. Extra.
Yeah. We can talk about some highlights after we're done here. So let's consider what differentiates one quartz manufacturer from another and how you, as a specifier, can make the most informed selection. So starting with quality, the quality and durability of quartz in the built environment paired with the wide availability of aesthetics makes it a go-to option for specifiers. But not all quartz surfaces are created equally. Selecting a manufacturer that only uses the highest quality of raw quartz material will ensure optimal performance and consistency in coloration from one slab to the next. Whether you're specifying a single installation or hundreds of coordinated pieces, you want to make sure that the manufacturer has a stringent quality assurance in place to ensure that each slab meets a high standard of performance and the design. For transparency, with an increased focus on product and material transparency, select a brand and a manufacturer that has gone to lengths to provide a third-party verified HPD. Now that we've seen the product creation process come to life, let's take a deeper look about what it is about quartz that makes it such a high demand material choice. Quartz particles are mined in various sizes, and these sizes can give the final product unique characteristics and aesthetics. Not all raw quartz material is made of the same quality or purity. Just as with any other mineral, a mine will yield quartz of varying degrees of quality. Some manufacturers have more stringent requirements to use only raw materials of the highest quality and purity, which results in a final product that is consistent from both a quality and an aesthetic perspective. Quartz surfacing also contains binder and pigments. The binder melds with the particles of quartz to create a non-porous slab. The pigments are used to create a wide range of color and patterns. As you can imagine, this creation process is much different than, say, the extraction of full slabs of granite, and therefore creates a unique opportunity for added performance characteristics, including strength and durability and non-porous qualities. Let's take a look at each of these individually. So if the composition of the slab is an important part of determining the quality, and not all products are created equal, how do you know if you're selecting a quality quartz product? Determining the quality of the product that you are considering doesn't need to be confusing. Look for a brand that is committed to testing the performance attributes of their quartz, is transparent about their results, and has invested in the highest quality raw materials with a vertically integrated supply chain. To ensure the product will stand the test of time, look for tests such as gloss and light reflectance, density, moisture absorption, modulus of rupture, compression strength, abrasion resistance, thermal shock, wet and dry dynamic coefficient of friction, surface burning, stain resistance, and chemical resistance. By asking one simple question, do you have the product performance testing data? You will have a starting point for understanding the quality of the final product that the manufacturer produces. Quartz has ranked high on the list of popular choices for countertops for the last few years, according to the National Kitchen and Bath Association. Quartz countertops have the ability to mimic the color and pattern of stone, but with much lower maintenance and higher durability. The natural look of quartz was highly rated by over 650 designers surveyed by the NKBA, but has stood out even more prominently amongst millennials. Quartz countertops are one of the most durable countertop options available, ranking well above stone, wood, laminates, and concrete. In addition to the strength of the surface, it is incredibly scratch resistant. Scratchability is a very straightforward test to determine hardness. Has anyone heard of the Mohs scale of hardness? Perfect. Simply stated, it does suggest that if object A can scratch object B, then object A must be harder than object B. Think of it like a diamond scratching a piece of glass. It shows that a diamond is harder than glass. You've heard the phrase tough as nails. So a quartz surface can do you one better. Quartz ranks a 7 out of 10 on the Mohs scale of hardness, which makes it harder than glass, a steel file, or even a sharp knife. There are actually only a few materials harder than quartz: topaz, corundum, and diamonds. This test is useful because most specimens of a given material are very close to the same hardness. This makes hardness a reliable diagnostic property for most minerals. But that's not all. Many quartz types have had added benefits of being non-porous. Never in our careers did we think we have to think about cleanability as much as we do today. Living through a global pandemic presents the design challenge of how to bring people together within a space while also keeping them safe from germs and viruses on surfaces. While there's no substitute for good hand washing when it comes to controlling infection, organizations can incorporate selections that don't address the challenges of keeping an environment really clean. For example, making sure there are no crevices on the product where germs can gather and hide allows for easy cleanability, as products with non-porous surfaces will, by nature, provide a smoother, more wipeable surface. A non-porous surface is also more likely to resist stains and won't harbor growth of mold, mildew, bacteria, or viruses. While many quartz surfaces are non-porous, some brands of quartz are not, so it's important to ask the question before specifying. Ever spilled red wine or coffee on a piece of granite and didn't really come up? So with a non-porous surface, not only do you not have to worry about the stains, but you don't have to apply any extra chemicals and sealers to do so, which results in a more environmental and cost-saving benefit. In terms of cleaning, you just need warm water, a soft cotton cloth, and mild soap, and if desired, again, no expensive or harsh chemicals required. For many, it may be hard to understand the difference between the three verbs when it comes to cleaning. Now more than ever, specifiers are demanding to know how to provide the cleanest and safest surfaces to their clients. So let's do a little level setting to understand what we're talking about. Cleaning versus sanitizing versus disinfecting. Cleaning entails using soap and water to remove, maybe not to kill, germs and dirt. Disinfecting involves using chemicals to kill the germs that you're trying to avoid. Sanitizing is the act of cleaning and or disinfecting to cut the number of germs on a surface or an object. Quartz is cleanable and can be disinfected with manufacturer's approved disinfectants. Quartz is a maintenance-free product and never needs to be sealed or polished. Many other natural stones like granite, marble, and limestone may require special products for cleaning and maintenance, often needed to be sealed immediately after installation and must be regularly resealed to prevent staining. Your top quality quartz can safely be used in most food service applications, such as wall cladding, surrounding a fireplace, and even heated countertops and flooring. That said, it is important to remember that natural stones can be damaged by sudden and or rapid changes of temperature, especially near the edges, as well as direct and or sustained heating from the top. Installation guidelines for such induction unit should be followed, and precautions should be taken to ensure quartz is not subjected to direct and or sustained heat from the heating unit. For food serving, something as simple as a trivet does the trick. This is just kind of an example of how quartz rates based on some of your other competitive materials for what it's used for. For our third objective, we're going to dive into the really tactical side of successful quartz specification. In contract interiors, projects and spaces often have long renovation cycles. The need for flexibility in a single space may demand that the space functions for a variety of users and activities. Material selections can be important when it comes to design longevity. Let's look at some of the specification considerations you will want to keep top of mind when selecting the right quartz surface for your project. Pattern and color, edge profiles, slab size, surface finishes, sustainability, and product. The wide variety of natural and contemporary patterns and colors available in quartz make it a material selection with the durability and the design to meet the needs of a multitude of space types. Some things to consider: who is the user, what activities will be happening in the space, and having a high contrast pattern can be great as an eye-catching element, but you may want to consider something more subtle or uniform for a space meant for a heads down focused work. Is your client focused on sustainability, and do you want a product with a high recycled content? Another thing to consider is how might a natural aesthetic create a cohesive biophilic concept with other areas of the space. Just taking a look at all the edge profiles, all the different options you can pick from. Quartz offers a variety of edges that can be fabricated into different thicknesses from 6 millimeter to 8 cm, with custom edges available from some high-end manufacturers. Do keep in mind that availability varies by market and fabricator, so check with your local fabricator to verify the availability of standard and custom edges. Some other things to consider: what is the right edge profile? And consider the occupant of the space. Would a sharp edge or a corner pose a risk to someone small? There are two standard sizes for quartz slabs in the industry: the standard and the jumbo slabs, which are shown here. Select manufacturers also offer even larger slab format, giving you a greater flexibility with larger surfaces. Look at who you are sourcing from to see if they have the size format that best fits your needs. Two things to consider as well: what special installation considerations might you have? And then, are you looking for a large scale install where book matching will be desired? Let's consider the options when it comes to surface finishes. A polished surface finish can add the luxe factor desired in many hospitality and corporate spaces today, and aid in the appearance of a clean surface, which is coveted in health and wellness and every other vertical as well. But a polished surface also has many other properties to consider, such as how it reflects natural light. Making sure you have the right mix of products with high gloss and matte surfaces helps ensure the comfort of the occupant for the task at hand. And when using LRV numbers can be an effective tool to guide your decision making. LRV, or light reflectance value, is a measurement of the total quality of visible and usable light reflected by a surface when illuminated by a light source. Conversely, LRV also tells you how much light a color absorbs. With that in mind, we benefit most from a well-regulated dose of light. This means providing adequate relief from glare. Spaces that minimize the impacts of glare are better equipped to help the occupants reap all of the benefits of sunlight. Designers support the reduction of glare within spaces by specifying materials like shading on the windows and matte surface finishes on the interior. Matte finishes with a lower LRV not only look great, but also help reduce the glare in rooms with more abundant light. Matte finishes are not as widely available, and you will want to make sure when you are selecting a matte product that the quartz is still covered by warranty in that finish. A few things to consider. Was it the right surface finish, high gloss, matte, or something in between like a satin? Consider the use, will it be touched a lot? Considering direct lighting, will glare be an issue? So sustainability is about much more than just simply a materials makeup alone. While quartz is made of a natural ingredient, there's a much bigger story here about the sustainability potential of this product. At a high level, look at where the product is made, what recycled content is, and whether the product is third-party verified. Understand the environmental impacts of the production and how a company may be addressing those concerns, and all understand whether or not a company is vertically integrated in their manufacturing. These concerns all factor into the sustainability equation. In Juliana Mansfeld's book, Green Consumerism, an A to Z guide, she advises a savvy green customer to give preference to products manufactured with short supply chains. It's not hard to see why. It's taking domestic manufacturing sourcing one step further into vertical manufacturing, which can provide even greater sustainability impacts. By definition, vertical integration is an arrangement in which the supply chain of a company, including its mining, production, fabrication, and installation, is owned by the same company. A company opts for vertical integration to ensure full control over the supply of raw material to manufacture its products, which ensures the highest degree of quality control throughout the entire process. It may also employ vertical integration to take over the reins of distribution and even manufacturing of its products, which can reduce the carbon impact of a product by reducing the number of places the material and raw/unfinished products is being transferred to and from. This helps companies close the loop on their products by giving manufacturers greater control over the products and the quality of the ingredients that are used, the amount of shipping that needs to be done from beginning to end, and both the social and economic issues for employees are better controlled this way. Vertical integration of a supply chain is not new, but appreciating its sustainability benefits is a relatively new way of understanding its value. As global chains have shown their vulnerability, finding a vertically integrated manufacturer is also a way to lessen the risk of product delays and unpredictable availability. While all three of those factors around sustainability are helpful to consider, we also know that you don't have limitless time, and a third-party certifications or standards can help as a first pass filter when looking into a sustainable option. Here are some certifications for specific uses and performances. For example, indoor air quality certifications may be relevant for healthcare, while hygiene and food safety are important for restaurants and hospitality. Food contact certifications. Quartz surfacing, unlike natural stones, is extremely dense and non-porous. These characteristics help prevent the absorption of food materials, which makes it easy to clean. The combination of non-absorbent and easy to clean resists stainings and reduces the potential for bacterial growth due to food and liquid absorption into the surface. As such, some quartz surfacing is NSF ANSI 51 certified for food and preparation and splash zone areas. NSF is for 3 zones: food or direct contact, splash, and non-food or service areas. Green Guard, look for a quartz surface company that has Green Guard Indoor Air Quality certified as low emitting indoor building materials, and Green Guard Gold for children in schools certified as safe for schools and daycare by the Green Guard Environmental Institute, or the GEI. LEED, in addition to most leading quartz surface products meeting indoor air quality standards for LEED, these products may contribute to points 2 LEED certified buildings in the indoor environmental quality category and or the materials and resource category of various LEED green building rating systems. These are considered low emitting materials that can be reused, recycled, with some manufacturers sourcing and extracting raw materials in a responsible manner. Declare certification, Declare, one of these 7 programs by the International Living Future Institute, serves as a quote-unquote nutrition label for products, providing product transparency and permitting the manufacturer to disclose product ingredients. Declare verifies the manufacturers comply with the Living Building Challenge Red List. Red List items can be found in furnishings, windows, carpets, doors, and roofing, as well as materials such as insulation, paints, binders, laminates, sealants, and adhesives. The Living Building Challenge is one of the most widely accepted green building standards. Declare certifies that some manufacturers are LBC compliant, which means that less than 1% of the manufacturer's material content is on the red list. The Health Product Declaration, or HPD, open standard is a format and instructions for the accurate, reliable, and consistent reporting of product contents and associated health information. It provides an easy and comprehensive way for designers to compare materiality of one of product selection to another. We know that durability is a top criteria of any interiors product, and even more so in high abuse commercial environments and public spaces. These ASTM quality measures ensure that each product gets the same outstanding performance and durability. All the top brands of Quartz have warranties for their products, but they all often differ. For example, some offer 15 years, others 25 years, and a couple offer lifetime warranties. These sound fantastic, but you need to understand that these are limited warranties. What's more, only some warranties are transferable. Most people are concerned with about what the warranty covers, and in this case, most limited warranties, these refer solely to defects in manufacturing. The problem is most warranties will not specify exactly what that means, and the company has sole discretionary power about what constitutes as a manufacturing defect. You might read something like, all decisions regarding this warranty are at the sole discretion of insert company name here. No representative, dealer, salesperson, distributor, fabricator, or other persons have the authority to make warranty or promises on behalf of said company with the respect of the product. If it is determined by said company that the product failed due to manufacturer defect, at its sole discretion, it will repair and replace such materials. In addition, the warranty only applies if the authorized company provides and installed the Quartz. And many warranties also have exclusions, including installing it outdoors, improper use or abuse, damage from mishandling of the product, damage from impact, or excessive heat, or exposure to weather conditions. Quartz may most commonly be associated with countertops, but let's take a look at some exciting alternative opportunities for you to incorporate Quartz into your designs. Because of the unique composition of Quartz, it is its incredible structure, strength, even in thin formats. Quartz can be backlit as a feature, wall, or surface. It is a great solution for a shower, steam room, or spa and wellness center, as well as wall cladding, since its non-porous nature will prevent harboring of mold, mildew, and bacteria. The paired ability to have extra large formats and book matching options also create truly elevated craftsman installation look and feel, whether or not a standalone feature or incorporated into a piece of furniture. Thermoforming. Some Quartz products can be thermoformed, which can add a unique curved element to furniture, case goods, or other applications. The success of thermoforming application depends on the fabricator's knowledge and skill set. Restrictions and limitations vary for designs and thicknesses. Quartz also provides a high design option for fireplace surrounds because it is engineered to withstand indirect heat in this application. Many may not realize that we are walking on quartz all the time. People might think of quartz in terms of kitchen or bathroom counters, but quartz is also slabbed out in massive sizes for floors, especially in commercial structures like shopping malls. No doubt you have walked on quartz countertop material and haven't even noticed. Quartz can be a great option for high traffic, high wear flooring areas. You don't want to compromise between design and durability. Much like the backlighting application, you can also use quartz as an inlay to create dynamic, one-of-a-kind statement pieces of furniture and floor/wall installations. For our final objective, we'll look at some case studies. So the challenge here was to create a hospital addition that meets the challenges of increased patient admissions, supports patient health and wellness, and elevates the durability and longevity of the building materials. For the solution, Stanford Health chose materials that withstand the significant demands of a bustling hospital while elevating the look and feel of the space to create a modern, welcoming addition for patients. Some quick photos. For the DoubleTree Hotel, in the highly competitive hospitality industry, you often only get one chance to make a lasting impression. DoubleTree by Hilton in Cambria Township, Pennsylvania, wanted a product with high-end appeal that could withstand the abuse of daily use in high-traffic areas. Quartz was chosen because of its elegance, strength, ease of maintenance, and non-absorbency. The sophistication yet simplicity of the designs beautifully complement the warm, rich atmosphere inside the hotel. A little video. I'm gonna skip through a couple of these because I think you guys can get the idea. And for our final case study, the Anda Spa. Weisherman Partners, an innovative, results-driven hospitality company with the goal of creating memorable guest experiences by pairing exceptional product design and functionality with the cultures of service and excellence. Partnered with the interiors firm of ESG Architecture and Design on the design and development of the 17,000 square foot modern wellness retreat Anda Spa. That looks so nice.
So yeah, I'd really like to go there.
About an experience trip there.
Right now, Quartz and the healing partners Quartz and I help with restoring sleep or stress relief.
We'll skip through that. So as we wrap up today, you may be wondering how you can begin to put these practices into action in a way that's most beneficial to your client and the spaces and users. Here's the golden rule. Invest in thoughtful products in high trafficked areas such as lobbies, which presents a great opportunity to use natural, healthier materials that require very little maintenance and last forever. If you cannot use natural materials everywhere, choose spaces where you have the greatest impact for the occupants. To review what we covered today, we learned how quartz is made and the considerations for selecting a quartz manufacturer to partner with. We learned the unique properties that quartz contributes to a space through performance and design. We learned specification considerations for finding the best product suited for your clients' unique needs. And finally, real-world applications of quartz that showcase the benefits in a meaningful way. There we go. And that about wraps it up. So let me stop sharing. Yeah, and if you just want to stop recording.